that. But getting GP was big for us. But again, it speaks to competition. We're trying to create competition at every level. What makes Dak Prescott better? Joe Milton. What makes CeeDee Lamb better? George Pickens. What makes Jaden Blue better? Having Javonte Williams. And so I think as you look at what we're doing, Jerry and Steven and Will have done an incredible job of creating that competition across the board at multiple spots.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation? It's your boy DMV back with another one. I thought that I wanted to replay the clip of Shadi talking about the competition aspect of it. And I was thinking of this video because I know that the way that Dallas has built this team, they have built it strictly on competition, like he said, in certain spots. And I noticed that the people that I've named today in this top 5 list, none of these guys are really named in here. Now, he does talk about one of them specifically, but that was before they went out and made the move for GP. So I just wanted to get you guys together. We're going to talk about this list. We're going to talk about what it means and why these guys specifically have to have great camps. So let's get into it. Number 1 on this list is Jaylen Tolbert. And it's actually ironic that in this interview with DallasCowboys.com, he talks as if, there's going to be some kind of 3-headed monster. I was talking about it with Tuck and Rome yesterday. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, they brought this competition in because not even competition. They brought in the conversation the whole time was we need a number 2 in here that's going to help CD. CD is out here asking for help. You were here the whole time. They did not bring in GP to free you up or to make it so that you can't guard all 3 of them. Like, bro, you got to think. They brought in Mingo, a 4th round pick last year. They're trying to tell you something, bro. Your job is on the line if you don't have a good camp. Because I'm going to tell you, if it's even between you and Mingo, Mingo's contract is longer. He has a higher pedigree than you do. He's going to stay here. You know what I'm saying? So Jaylen Tolbert, I don't know what rock he needs to come from under, but he needs to understand that if you don't have a good camp, bro, you can't even have just a solid camp. You have to have a really good camp, or else you might be looking for a job. You might be looking for a job, my dude, because if Mingo outperforms you, Turpin is already a lock on this roster. It's just a matter of how many receivers they want to continue to bring on. And then if they have the undrafted free agent, Tayshawn comes in here and balls out or whatever. Remember, that receiver coach is a champion for him at this point. So you can't afford to just have a solid camp. Going to Dak's backyard isn't enough for you anymore. So just keep that in mind. Gotta have a great camp, Tolbert. I've heard Shotty talk about Phil Maffa, heard him talk about Jaden Blue, heard him talk about Miles Sanders, heard him talk about Javonte Williams. I have not heard him talk about Deuce Vaughn. And here's the thing about it, right? I don't know about you guys, Cowboys Nation, but I'm tired of the feel-good story. I want the best players that can be here. I don't care if your dad is a scout, if he in the building, if your dad was a coach. I don't care if your dad was the head coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want the best guys for this roster. And I do believe that Deuce has the heart of a lion. I do believe that. And Deuce is going to have a great camp with that room as full as it is. Them bringing in 2 rookies, them bringing in 2 vets. Deuce has the offensive line coach championing for him because he came from Kansas State. But, hey, bro, you still got to perform at camp. And it doesn't happen if you don't perform at camp. And that's all I got to say about that, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments. But I don't think Deuce is safe. Yeah, Deuce, go ahead and pass it to Luke, man. It's your time, Luke. Now, here's the thing. You weren't brought in specifically. You were, Shotty was here, but we all kind of know that you were McCarthy's guy. And so he has showed some promise last year when Ferg went down. But here's what I'm here to tell you. You weren't necessarily brought in to be Ferg's competition. In all actuality, you were looked to be a 12, 22 personnel type guy. But you got this young boy, Brevin Spanford, on your ass right now. Pause. You know what I'm saying? You got Brevin Spanford is emerging, and they talked about him the other day, and Foots did a video on him. So Schoon has to have a camp because typically that's the position where some of these guys come out of nowhere at tight end with this organization, and they make some things happen. So Schoon has to do the very most with his reps, and he has to show that he's here to stay, that he's here to be tight end too, and that's that. Now, Sam Williams, once a promising pass rusher for this team, unfortunately suffered ACL injury last training camp. So you look at some of the things that Dallas has done. They have gone out. They have brought in Marshawn Nealon even with him. And you kind of look at it like, all right, strength in numbers. We're going to bring somebody in and they're going to help with everything. And then this year in the second round again, almost identical, they go and get Donovan Ezaraku, who has a tool bag out of this world, man. And then that's after going to get Fowler. So you think about some of the special teams blunders. You think about not really being available last year. Nobody needs this camp more than Sam Williams. He needs this training camp because that room is super, super competitive. It has a lot of talent in that room. Might be the deepest room that we have. On top of that, you got Micah Parsons, who's going to be an edge as well. So, you can look at some of the limiting snap numbers right there, and you got to know that, all right, I got to take every opportunity possible in this camp to show these guys that I need to be around, that I could be that pass rusher that they need. And also I could play some of the 3 technique if need be as well. So Sam Williams, I'm very excited to see where they're going to use him in this camp and how he's going to pan out. And last but not least, Izzy McCuamo. I've been really high on Izzy since we've actually gotten him. I feel like we've underutilized Izzy McCuamo and his abilities. When you looked at him at J.C. Horn together back at South Carolina, he was damn near just as good. He just wasn't as flexible in the hips. But if you look at some of the things he's been able to do with us inside the slot, playing maybe big nickel safety and all of that type of stuff, I'm interested to see how this coaching staff uses him. Now, I know that cornerback has been a need for this team with some of the injuries we've had with Bland last year, but Bland being here, but Trayvon probably starting this year on PUP. And then we going to getting Ravel, but Revel not going to being ready. So I'm interested to see what they do with Izzy McCuamo. You see him working outside as an outside corner, but you can't not look at some of the things that we've seen him do in the slot. I personally believe he needs a good camp to show that, hey, we don't need to go anywhere else. We have everything in-house. I'm a veteran. I have snaps. I've actually gone out and had a hell of a performance if we won a playoff game. But I think Izzy has an opportunity to really solidify himself right now. Now, if he's not able to solidify himself, then he makes himself liable to be a casualty. So it's kind of make or break for him at this point. Now, here's the thing. I didn't make this video to make people feel good. I didn't do this video to make players feel good. But I did this video so that people understand that there are jobs at stake. There are people that are going to have to earn their keep. This team is far away from where it wants to be. And we have to get to a point where guys have to start earning what it is that they like. All the underdog stuff is out the window. We're trying to build a championship standard here. We have to be able to build a championship standard. And it starts with making the tough decisions, having the tough conversations, having the tough competitions and actually letting them play out the way that they should play out without stepping in. I'm excited about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, man. Wanted to put this out there for y'all. I thought it was fire. I think that everything is fire when it comes to the building a competition for this roster. But appreciate y'all, man. We out. Peace.
Turn the pressure up. I don't quit. I don't fold under pressure. I'm the best, and I know I'm the best. And you know I'm the best.